Okay, I'm going to do a quick overview of how Dataharvest works. This video is at double speed, so as not to bore you too much. We're going to move into the first section, which is where we can run a probot. The probot will extract pretty much any data from the internet. As you can see on this particular screen, a probot is scheduled, and after a few seconds it will have been delivered. There is an FTP connection, so in this particular one we're looking at the newspapers in the United Kingdom, and it has downloaded each of the images of the front pages of the main newspapers, and we can download that image in a single zip file, and then we can run through them as we can see now. So if you're a journalist, you might be interested in doing that every day. It can be scheduled and has been scheduled, and that's why there are one file for every day of the week. Here's an example of Craigslist. Craigslist, you may be looking to find people who are looking for accountants in Miami. That's exactly what this probot does. And so we can open that up, and it opens up into a spreadsheet. And in the spreadsheet, you can see that it has all the job listings, and it also has the links to them. So if you want to go to the actual job listing, you can. And there is the information all neatly compiled into a spreadsheet. As you can see, these are bookkeepers and accountants in the Miami area. It could also go through every single Craigslist in the country, which you could not do yourself manually. It would take you ages. Here we have the AI prediction of the NFL scores. That was a bit rapid, but as you could see, it was predicting some things correctly and some things incorrectly. But it was artificial intelligence that was doing that. We're now looking at the way that you can schedule. As you can see that I've scheduled BBC newspapers. I've selected that to be once a day. I've actually already done it, so I'm going to delete that one. That is scheduled to run, and it will run. Any particular probot that you want to schedule can be scheduled in this particular way. Let's look at a couple of other ones that we've got here. This let's have a look at. Oh, right. Here's the code that is used to write it. It's actually using a program called UBot, which I believe about 15 or 20,000 people have at the moment, and those are the people that I'm going to be trying to recruit to write these things. And let's have a look at Amazon Deal of the Day. All you need to do is you need to say, well, I'm going to select 5 pages on that one, and we're going to hit the run button. It gets scheduled. You'll notice in the top right hand corner it's got an IP address. That is because I can put the I can use different servers for running these things, so I can distribute the load of doing the scrape amongst many different servers. Once it's done, you can just click that button, which is the download button. The download button will show you the deals of the day, and in Excel it will also, each of these links, if you double click that, it will take you through to the product itself. So if you click that, so if you're interested in something, you can just simply click it and say, hey, you know, I want to buy that and resell it maybe for a bigger price. Now, I've done that. Let's do it again because that wasn't a particularly good example. Let's do this one. Double click that one. And what is that? That's a surge protector. Not that one would ever want that, but there it is. And there it is, all neatly compiled into a spreadsheet. We've got something called the UBot code generator here, and you can put in a few, this is for the techies, you can put in a few basic examples. It will generate the code, you can copy it, and you can create a new probot very, very easily. This is for the developers. This is actually going to scan the code and tell you, as it's about to do so, that you've made a couple of mistakes. But that's the way it goes. Once you've got it right, you can simply run that, and then you can request to have that published. We will be charging people by the minute, and also, if you don't have the correct plan, you can charge them on a one-off basis. This is connected into WooCommerce, and therefore we can charge people's credit cards for either a single use of any particular probot or by the minute. Here is the usage of a particular user, that's me, and you can see that it graphically and statistically adds up everything that you've used, and you have a limit to the number of minutes that you can use in a particular month, and the program will calculate that. There are some nice graphs as well about your usage here and there, but that's not in the video right now. Here are your run records and also your payment history. So that's what decides whether you are allowed to access a particular probot or not. Back to the recent runs. We ran that one a couple of minutes ago. There we go. That was the IMDb top films, and you simply click that button for the download. It opens the spreadsheet, and there you go. If anyone wants to know what the IMDb top films of all time are, here's 250 of them in a spreadsheet. There's almost no